I am an ordinary office worker living in Guangzhou, and I work in sales. I serve various types of manufacturing plants. I need to contact clients through various channels and then conduct on-site visits to their facilities. The domestic manufacturing sector is currently in a slump, and our company's sales have plummeted. Management has emphasized the immense operational pressure we are facing. If there is no breakthrough in performance, we will have to consider staff reductions. As a resident of this city, I feel the pressure of work and survival mounting day by day. Hello everyone, I'm Zen. It's the weekend, and the weather in Guangzhou is scorching. This is Guangzhou's old town, separated from modern skyscrapers by just a fine line. I haven't made any special plans for this weekend. No trips and no meetups with friends. I'd rather go out for a walk than stay cooped up in my room. Even though I'm physically back home after the week's work, my mind doesn't seem ready to switch off just yet. Work stress, unfinished tasks, worries about the future, and a mix of emotions I can't quite put into words. They keep lingering in my mind. That's why, sometimes, I step out the door not to go anywhere in particular. I just want to walk, to get my body moving and let my mind gradually quiet down. I really love the vibe of Guangzhou's old town. There are no particularly glamorous commercial streets here, nor are there any must-visit tourist attractions. It was actually a very ordinary afternoon, but looking back on it, I realize I was still perfectly at ease. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything just because I didn't go shopping. On the contrary, I found such a weekend incredibly relaxing. My plan is to start from home and walk straight along the street. Whenever I feel tired, I find a place to sit down and rest for a while. Compared to the volume of people commuting to work, the number of people out and about on weekends is not particularly high. I always feel that Guangzhou's subway stations are incredibly spacious and impressive. Compared to the urban village where I live, they truly belong to two different worlds. When I was younger, I always felt that weekends were meant for spending money, having a delicious meal, strolling through the mall, buying a piece of clothing I liked, or purchasing something I usually hesitated to buy. It seemed as though that was the only way to truly enjoy the weekend. But now, I find myself increasingly drawn to a simpler way of resting. Walking, observing the streets, finding a park and sitting for a while. Perhaps it is because, at this stage of my life, I have come to understand more clearly what I truly need. I live alone, so I have no need to buy things just to cater to others. No one will change their opinion of me based on whether or not I am wearing the latest fashions. Nor will anyone decide whether or not to be friends with me based on the phone I use. In this crowded street, I walk and watch, letting it wash the week's weight off my shoulders. There were no special plans, nor was there anything that had to be done. Yet, I feel, today was a good day. In my life, I only need to choose what truly suits me. Clothes that are comfortable to wear, a computer that works properly, a camera capable of shooting video, a meal that leaves me full, a room where I can rest in peace and quiet. In truth, That is already enough. Some people are willing to spend a great deal of time waiting in line for things they like. I believe that consumption is simply a part of life. Treating yourself to a favorite meal after working hard, buying a piece of clothing you truly love, visiting a place you've always wanted to go. There is nothing wrong with any of this. Are we becoming increasingly reliant on consumption for happiness? We buy things when we're in a bad mood. We buy things when we're under work stress. We want to buy things when we see others have them. Sometimes we don't even know why we want to buy something. We simply see others buying it. And so we think, shouldn't I have one too? Sometimes I also go to McDonald's to buy a burger and a drink. It's not because I like the food, but rather because I find it to be a great place to take a break. My current income isn't particularly high, so for me, mindful spending isn't just a lifestyle choice. Often, it is a matter of reality. I need to know where my money should go. Rent, utilities, food, transportation. The things truly essential to life. These are expenses that simply must be covered. Sometimes I feel that a person's room is much like their life. When there are too many things, the space becomes increasingly cluttered. When there are too few, it might feel a bit empty. The truly comfortable state isn't about owning as little as possible, but rather keeping what is genuinely valuable to you. I think the same applies to consumption. It's not about refusing to consume, but about ensuring that every purchase aligns more closely with your true needs. Most parks in Guangzhou provide mosquito repellent spray for visitors. It's a really thoughtful touch. The ubiquitous vending machines are also very convenient. By the time I reached the park, the sun was no longer as fierce as it had been earlier. I found a spot and sat down. I had nothing with me but the bottle of water I had just bought. No shopping bags, no new purchases. Yet, in this moment, I felt a sense of ease. This is a wonderful spot for weekend relaxation. Whether by day or by night, many people come here to enjoy some quiet, peaceful time. In this hot weather, many local residents come here after dinner to cool off, exercise, and enjoy quality time with their children. It is also a spot for romantic dates. From here, you can also view Guangzhou's most famous landmark, the Canton Tower. Its shape resembles the graceful figure of a beautiful woman, earning it the local nickname Slim Waist. Life is not actually as complicated as one might imagine. A room where you can rest in peace, a job that sustains your livelihood, simple daily meals, a healthy body, and some time to call your own. These things may seem very ordinary, but for an ordinary person, they may well be the truest foundation of a secure life. I especially love sitting quietly in a setting like this, feeling the gentle breeze and listening to the sounds of insects and birds, as so many of my worries simply melt away. Maybe true freedom. It's not like you can afford everything you see, but when you see something you like, you can choose to have it. You can also choose to let it go, and not because you don't have it. I just felt like there was something missing from my life. When we are no longer anxious to have more, maybe you'll really start to notice what you already have. In fact, there are more than enough. This is my life in Guangzhou. If you also love Guangzhou, please follow my channel. Thank you.